All right, everybody. This is part of our series where we've got members in town for the 2023 vault. I'm not sure when these are going to be released, but that's okay because we're not here to talk about the vault necessarily anyway. We have 5 members. The first, well, actually 6. 6 members with us here in town right now as of this recording who are here to film the first 5 street parking vault workouts of 2023. And right now, who I've got with me is a duo who they didn't, well, one of them knew that it was going to be a duo, and the other one, it was a surprise. Missy Hase and Tracy Dunlavy, who have been friends on the internet for 2 years. Mm-hmm. They met through street parking through the Facebook group and have been working out together a couple times a week over FaceTime for 2 years. And have never met in person. And yesterday, when everybody rolled up, Missy thought that she had just earned the spot to come herself to do the vault with us. And we surprised her with Tracy, and they got to meet for the first time ever. So they're our vault duo this time, and they got to, or they're going to do the vault workout. They haven't done their workout yet, actually. Oh. They're, I don't know which thing you're more nervous about, this conversation or the vault workout, but they're about to happen back to back. But they're here with us, and so we're going to get to know them a little bit. And honestly, I'd love to hear, as we get into this, some tips that you guys might have for other people who want to find their street parking soulmate online. Do we need to have a dating app of sorts?
We did.
I know, but that got out of hand. There was a singles group.
Yes, we did.
I think Caitlin was in there. She used to tell us about some of that stuff. Before, I have some fun questions first to kind of like loosen us up a little bit. But really quickly, tell me where you're both from.
North Dakota.
North Dakota.
Yeah. Central Ohio.
And Central. So you're not that, it's not like you're like Washington to Florida away from each other. You're not, it's far, but it's not like super far.
I guess.
Far enough that you hadn't
far
met
enough,
until today.
yes.
Or yesterday. Okay. So have you guys ever seen on social media those videos? And a lot of times it's couples, to be honest, and it's like the people close their eyes and it's like, who's most likely to, and they do the pointing thing.
Yes, I've seen it.
I've seen it.
Okay, well, we're going to do that, but don't point because a lot of people are just going to be listening to audio.
Okay.
So you just get an answer.
Okay.
We're going to do the like, who's the most likely to thing.
Okay.
Okay, who joined street parking first?
Missy.
Me.
Yes. I was like listening to both of you at the same time. Yeah, you did. So you've been a member since 2018?
Yes.
And you came to summer camp.
Yes.
And Fitness Freedom.
Nope.
No,
I didn't.
I thought they had told me that you came to Fitness Freedom too.
No, I wanted to.
Oh, well. Now you're here.
I wanted to, but...
But summer camp was closer to where you live than Fitness Freedom.
No,
Still
I just like the
super
package
close.
of summer camp more than
You
Fitness
need to bring
Freedom.
it back.
Yes, we do.
Okay. And so 2018, and then Tracy, when did you join?
Mid 2020.
Okay. So a little over 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next one. Who picks which workout you guys are going to do together?
Tracy.
I do.
Why? Tracy picks. Why is it Tracy that gets to pick?
I suppose just because I have the mom in me.
Oh, you're the mom of this pairing.
I'm the mom of everything. Yes. In my life.
Yeah, of everything that you do in your life.
In my life, yes.
So Missy, you just go with it.
Yes.
Like, whatever she says. Is there ever any pushback of like, really that one? I don't want to do that one. Let's do
the other day
Thursdays
we did.
instead or whatever.
Yes.
Instead of endurance, I was like, let's do this workout. Because I didn't want to do endurance.
And you'll say okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Okay.
If she doesn't want to do it, we'll do what she wants.
Or sometimes she will work out a different workout.
Right, like if I really want to do this and she wants to do something else, then we just do 2 different workouts at
Over
the
the
same time.
FaceTime still, though.
Yes.
You're just like, whatever, we can just do it at the same time.
Yes.
That's great. That happens in our garage a lot. Half the time we'll have 4 people in there doing 4 different things.
Right.
And it's just like, you're still there with someone. You're not alone.
Yes.
Who complains about the workouts more? Like, oh, that was so awful, or not this one. I hate wall balls or whatever. Who complains more about the fitness?
That's a tie. It depends on. She complains about. We complain about different movements.
Oh, cardio.
She doesn't like burpees and cardio, and
Okay.
So we complain about different movements. But we both are like, let's just get it over with half the days. Let's just do it.
That's good. Equal complaining.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Who has a bigger sweet tooth out of the two of you?
Me.
Missy.
Big
What is
time.
your go-to? Like what if you had like one treat left in your whole life? What would you have for your
Peanut
last
butter
treat?
M&Ms.
Peanut butter M&Ms.
Yes, I like
so not
peanut
like
butter.
a baked good, not like a cake or a brownie or a cookie. You'd go for like hard candies.
Yeah.
All right. Who is funnier? Do you think?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think she's funnier than I am. I don't find myself as like the jokester, but
You seem like a jokester, Missy.
No.
Like kind of like a dry humor type of.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it seems like a North Dakota thing to have.
it is.
Who has better taste in music?
Okay.
Well-
we don't listen to music when we work
okay.
out.
This is not
We
at all
don't.
because you want to be able to hear each other talk.
Yeah.
Do you listen to music when you're working out alone?
Yes.
Yes. No, not.
I do.
Yes, kind of.
I would say she has a better taste in music just for the sheer fact that she actually listens to it.
I have-
More
I listen
often.
to it in my car. Hip hop,
Okay.
everything.
But when you work out together, no music so that you can talk.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. Who is more likely to be late to one of your FaceTimes? Not ready when you guys are planning on getting together.
Me probably, but that's because of my
Well-
granddaughters.
Yes.
Sometimes
Oh.
they don't leave on schedule,
I see.
and so I have to say they're still here. So give me a few more minutes.
I see. Kids are yeah, they cause a lot of problems. Okay, and then last one of these fun workouts. Which one of you, because you guys still haven't done your workout yet, which one of you is more nervous about the workout that you're doing after this?
Me.
You think so? Tracy, do you agree with that? Or
I'm pretty nervous.
Are you just a braver face person?
Yes, that's it. That's it.
Well, I'm doing the shift, so I'm okay with it.
Is it the workout or is it the filming?
The running, the cardio,
cardio, again.
the cardio.
Okay.
But it's 30 seconds, so
It's okay. It's okay. That's it. There is 30 seconds of running in one vault workout in the first 5 in the shift version. It's an Easter egg. It's fine.
okay. Sorry.
All right. So let's talk a little bit. I want to talk a little bit more about your guys' story. When did you first, so you joined in 2018, you were a member for 2 years before she joined.
Mm-hmm.
And you joined around what time of year in 2020? May.
Mm-hmm.
When did you first interact with each other on Facebook?
When her dad got diagnosed with cancer, and she made a post that said, I need an accountability partner because I'm not doing anything. I can't deal with life right now because of that. She was sad.
How far into your membership was this? Like what month was it? Do you remember?
Late July, early
So a couple
August.
months only
Yes,
into your
yes.
membership.
Mhm. And I just answered her.
Were you actively also wanting an accountability person, or were you just so moved by her post that you were like, let me help this person out?
Well, partly both things, but I joined street parking because our gym's closed.
Okay,
That was
yeah.
the year the gym's closed.
Makes
so I
sense.
was used to working out with people. And now I'm having to go downstairs and do it by myself, which is kind of boring. And also, I'm the kind of person who, if I have to answer to somebody, I'll work out more often.
Right.
Right. So
Yeah,
I
let somebody down.
I answered her for both reasons because it helps me out. She has helped me more than she thinks she has since we've been doing this. She thinks I'm the one helping her, but really
No, you've
it
been
goes
helping
both
me.
ways.
So do you remember what your post said, Missy? Like, not word for word, but do you remember like where you were at and
don't.
what it, and like what you were actually looking for? Like, did you?
I wanted help. I wanted somebody to help me make sure I worked out, get going again.
Your dad was diagnosed with cancer.
Yeah, colon
And
cancer.
what was it about that was so difficult for you? I mean, obviously, I understand why it's difficult anytime a family member is sick, but what was it specifically about this situation that you felt like I need to actually reach out for help? Like, what was it were you finding yourself not wanting to work out as much? Were you busier all of a sudden? Like, were you participating and helping him? Like, what was your situation at the time?
Okay. He was in and out of the hospital.
Uh-huh.
So watching that made me upset. I didn't want to do anything. So I was kind of down.
It seemed to me like she needed somebody to help her work out. Her
Yeah.
workouts had gotten less and less, and she needed somebody to help her work out.
Okay.
She doesn't live close enough to them to be a part of his daily
I
care.
see. But it was just, and that almost can be worse because you feel like so like I can't even help.
I mean, I'm an hour. I can go if I
not
really
every day
want.
like
I
that's-
know.
yeah.
It was tough.
So did you have more than, so you reached out on Facebook, just a general post. Did you
Yes.
have more than just Tracy respond to you? Like, did you have like a line of people that wanted to be your accountability partner?
Okay, there was a lady named Monique.
Okay.
Monique, yep, from California.
Yeah, from California. She reached out, and we all three did a FaceTime workout.
The very first time.
The
Okay.
very first time, and the only time we all three worked. You actually didn't work out. You just.
I had already worked out. Oh,
Yes.
no, it was because of the time for her. It was bedtime for
Yeah,
me.
because that's a different time for
Yeah.
sure. You guys are
And
closer in your
it
time
was
zone.
late for me too, but I just did it because I was like, oh, I have somebody to work out with. And then we started talking about our time, and it worked perfect. Because I get off at 3.
Are you guys, do you communicate, are you like texters? Is it like, what's your communication like?
texting
Yeah.
throughout the day?
I remember when Molly and I became friends, which we just had our 10-year friendship anniversary, and we worked out with a bunch of guys, and then we were the only two girls. And within like, I think on the very first day, I gave her my phone number, and we gave each other numbers. And we were like, all right, text me, and we started texting like that day, and it was like this immediate thing. And the boys would say to us, they were like, this is really fast. Like, why are you guys so close so fast? Like, they thought it was weird, almost like a relationship, but it was like we just connected so easily, so quickly that like, and part of it was that we had this shared thing of the workouts that we were doing every day together, and we would complain, like I'm saying, like we would complain about them, and you know, really you're not complaining, you just want to talk about it, right?
Correct.
Yes.
And I see that kind of like as your story. Obviously you guys aren't doing the workouts together, but you have this thing to connect about, because it's hard to make friends as adults. So if you have something to talk about that you're both doing, it's easier.
Yes.
Where you can just, okay, well at first we're just talking about the workouts. How often were you guys interacting at the very beginning?
Same as now. It started right out the gate. It was 4 or 5 days a week.
Yes.
Just texting back and forth? Did you
No.
talk on the phone?
Working out.
Oh,
yeah,
five days
working
a
out.
week.
But okay, so now you have your set schedule. So what's your schedule now for your fitness, for your FaceTime fitness?
Monday through Wednesday, it's 5:15, 5:30.
Okay.
So that's when my granddaughters leave.
So 4:15 my time.
Okay.
And then on Saturdays, if she works every other weekend, so on Saturdays and Sundays at 10 or 10:30 my time.
And it became that immediately. Like once you did the one where there was 3 of you, and then like what, like the following week did you immediately go into it saying let's do 5 days, or was it just like at first like, hey, do you want to work out today for a few weeks, and then it's like we're working out every day, we might as well just make it a thing? How did that transpire?
I think so, right?
It was immediate. Yeah, we just started working out every day.
Yeah. Maybe the every other weekend.
The every other
We s-
weekend thing, because she works every other weekend.
I
But
see.
this was almost like you and Molly. We started out immediately, right out the gate. Exactly what we're doing now.
Wow. So I know we've gotten, you guys have been here for a couple days now, and we've gotten a chance to talk to you, and also I know we've talked to you before you even came here, and a lot of your story is how much, Missy, you feel like Tracy helped you through that time.
She did.
So did you guys, more than just work out, did you guys talk about like what you had going on in your life?
Oh yeah.
How was it on the FaceTimes, or were those separate conversations?
Mostly on the FaceTimes.
Yes.
And you would just, I mean, obviously she knew what you were going through because she saw your original post. So how, like, tell me about how that helped you,
It helped me a lot. Like
just to have somebody.
just to have somebody talk about it, to be there. I don't know. It was great. She's great. Thank you.
Thank you. Seriously. You do it just as much for me as I do for you.
Yeah, because one of the things that Tracy's told several people here is that she doesn't think that you realize how much you've helped her. So obviously you had what you were going through with your dad with cancer.
Yes.
Tracy, what did you have going on, or how is it that Missy helped you that you don't think she even realizes?
Well, you know, the change in going from working out in a community, the CrossFit
Right.
community for 5 years, it's a big difference being in your basement all by yourself. And I am the kind of person who, like, if somebody local says, I'm supposed to work out with somebody local in my basement, but they text me 5 minutes before we work out and say, sorry, I can't come, I'm just taking my shoes off and going back into the living room watching the TV. I'm that kind of person. So having the appointment that I had to actually physically say out loud, Missy, I'm not exercising today, is hard to break.
It's actually even harder than just not showing up to a class.
Correct.
Because it's one person.
Correct.
It's like that's your one person that's relying on you.
And there have been a lot of times when I'm just sitting in my living room thinking, well, if she doesn't text me, I'm just going to not text her because I don't really feel like working out. And then I get a text that says, what time we working out? And I'm like, how about now? And so we get up and we go do it, right?
Yeah.
So that's it. It helped me through the change from the community working out in a community to working out in my basement by myself. That's how it helped me.
What if one of you gets sick or something like that? Will you still just FaceTime the person and watch them work out or something like that?
Actually, well, I wasn't sick. I had surgery.
Okay.
So I would walk on the treadmill when I was able to, and she would work out.
That's so great.
Yeah.
While we're FaceTiming, she just walked the whole time I worked out.
Yeah.
I remember when I had knee surgery, I would make somebody, because I couldn't drive, it was my right leg. And I made Molly come pick me up at my house and take me to the gym, and I would sit there and just lay on the ground and watch them work out. And then eventually I was doing some stuff.
Yeah.
But it's, you just still want to feel a part of it, and you don't want to lose that just routine that you're in. So that's really cool. Because, stuff comes up whether you're sick for a couple days or, like you said, you had surgery. I know, Tracy, you've told us a lot about your knees.
Yes. And by the way, while I have this opportunity to say this, I'd like to say to you, and I know that it's everybody, not just you, but everything wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. And the fall, after I started, you had a nutrition challenge called Fall into Consistency, and it said no sugar for 6 weeks. And I had never done that in my life. No sugar meaning no pizza, no beer, no chocolate, no candy, no any sugar, no matter what kind it was. And before that year, I turned 50, and my doctor told me I needed a double knee replacement. I was limping, just trying to walk. My consistency sucked because it hurt to walk, let alone hurt to exercise. And by the end of that, no sugar 6 weeks, my pain was gone. And I would not have known that the junk that I was eating was causing most of my pain without that. So you and this whole, everything that you've built here changed my life. I would still be in pain, and I would, be heavier and depressed, and my life would be completely different if I hadn't gone that 6 weeks without sugar. And who knew that what I was feeding myself was causing these knees that look awful in x-rays to hurt as badly as they do they don't hurt that at all hardly when I eat what I'm supposed to eat. So thank you. I seriously appreciate it, and I appreciate this opportunity to say it out loud so other people who are in the same situation may be able to avoid pain medicine and surgery just by changing their diet.
Yeah, and I think that there's so many things that diet is attached to that we just don't most people don't realize.
That's for sure.
It could be anxiety or stress, or I don't sleep well, or my energy is low, or
allergies or IBS,
arthritis, so many things, and it won't fix everything, obviously, and it can't prevent everything. But the things that it can impact, I think people don't have even the slightest idea of how much. If they can find consistency in just eating well, not perfect, but just eating well and feel the difference. I think most people don't realize how bad they feel until they feel the difference. But you have to do something like what you did to find that out.
That's exactly right. And without that fall into consistency, I would never have figured it out.
So you didn't have knee surgery?
No.
Do you still think that you will have to eventually?
I hope not.
Okay.
But the doctor says as long as you come back when the pain is so much that you can handle it. And I don't have any pain as long as I eat right.
We had a funny conversation yesterday when we were at the garage, and I asked because you said I miss my barbell.
I do.
And I asked, well, why don't you just get one? And you're like, because I know I would do something with it that would not be good.
Right.
And so it's almost like keeping treats out of your house. I have to keep the barbell out of my house, or I'm just going to load it up one day and try to do some heavy squats that wouldn't be the best for my knees. I think that's really smart advice.
It's true, though. I could say, my husband actually said he wanted to get a bar to bench, and I'm like, if you get a bar to bench, I'm going to end up squatting it. And he didn't. It's
like, your weakness.
Right, and he said, fine, I won't get it, because he watched me through that pain.
Yes.
And he watched me through
It's like, go to the gym and bench. sir.
Yes, no. We just got him a bigger set of dumbbells
Yeah.
that I don't use, right? That I'm not interested in trying to.
Because what's most important, I think sometimes people are like, oh, well, I know how good squatting is for me, and that's true, and it can help you build strength and everything, but not if it messes up your consistency.
That's right.
Right? Like maybe
That's
you
exactly
gain a
right.
bunch of strength in your squat. One of my children is standing outside the window. Maybe you gain a bunch of strength in your squat, but then it messes up your knees, and now you have to take 2 months off, or you have to modify or customize the workouts even more than you do. So it's not worth it. Consistency is more important than...
Correct. Higher reps and lower weight is
Right.
fine,
Yeah.
especially at my age.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you guys always do the same version of the workout?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Sometimes I customize.
Yes.
She customized movements,
great.
but we do
Yeah.
the same version.
Okay.
Yesterday at 4, was probably the first shift workout we've done.
For a long time, yeah.
I don't recall doing shift workouts. We did it yesterday to lay off so that today
Good.
we could go
You
intense.
were tapering
Yes.
for this event.
Yes. But that shift work, I was thinking yesterday when we were doing that shift that we don't do this.
Are you competitive with each other at all?
No.
Don't you lie.
I don't.
You know, you're like,
Like, even if it's not
okay.
out loud, do you think about it during the workouts? And it doesn't even have to be like, oh, I'm going to get you today, Tracy. But like in my head, where I'll be like, all right, just keep up with Molly. Like try to stay, like if we're around the same, if she like takes off, then it's like, whatever, I forget about it. She's definitely fitter than me. But like, it's always been, even when we were closer to the same level, sometimes I would be better at workouts or she would be better. And it was always both of us. It wasn't this like trying to beat the person. It was like, don't get too far behind her or stay with her.
That's
thing.
what. That's
It was
what.
more
Okay,
supportive
that's
than
what I do.
competitive.
I try to stay with you.
Yes, that's what
She's
I do too.
pretty good. She's like,
How do you even keep track of where the person is in the workout though? Because are you FaceTiming on like an iPad or is it like on your small phone?
It's just our screen.
our phone.
It's just
Do you
our
talk
phone.
during it? Do you like,
No.
oh, I'm dying, or like,
Oh,
Yes, yes.
between rests we do.
Yes, and
There's
sometimes
a lot
I'm
of
like,
rest built in
is
rest
that
workouts.
round 3? Because I lost count.
Right?
She always knows what round we're on.
See,
and I
you guys
half
are
the
so
time don't.
much like us. I'm the counter in mine and Molly's friendship.
Or
She never knows what round she's on.
I lose track between 3, 4, and 5. I'm like, I can't remember 3, 4, or 5. Which one are we on? And she always knows.
or I have pens. I use pens. Like, oh,
Yeah, we
take
make
the
little-
pen out, throw it on
That's
the
so
floor.
smart. That's awesome.
I do that.
Were either of you, was it awkward? I think you guys already answered this question, but I had written it down. It doesn't sound like there was ever any awkwardness, like of like, am I like reaching out to this person too much? Am I annoying her? Like, am I?
No.
Because I think that's one thing that people might worry about if they find somebody. It's like a dating like relationship. Like, ooh, should I text him or should I give it a couple of days? You know, like I don't want to come on too strong. Did either of you ever feel that way where you didn't want to, or was it like you could just tell right away?
It wasn't like that at all.
No,
No.
we just,
People are shy.
I am not shy.
She's not shy.
okay, I'm not shy, and I can talk and talk.
And
More-
talk.
I think you.
And talk. And talk.
I can.
Sometimes I'm like, okay, Missy, let's start this workout now. We'll finish this
Oh, yeah.
conversation
Oh.
after.
Oh, yeah, I do that a lot.
We'll talk about this while we're drinking our recovery drink.
Okay. Okay. So what advice, because I think a lot of people would love to have what you guys have. And you guys, it sounds like you got really lucky to find each
I
other.
think so, too.
On that first
too.
post.
Me too.
Because I've seen members posting, like, I'm looking for an accountability partner or an accountability group. What advice would you guys have to anybody who's in the street parking community now who wants to find a partner like you guys did? Like, what advice for like, hey, here, like a very simple piece of advice is it works a lot better if you have similar schedules or if you're in the same time zone, like stuff like that.
That helps,
Yes.
I think.
Do you think fitness level
No.
matters?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Okay. What other, like, if you had to craft a post, like if you were going to watch, we're going to have like 100 posts in one day when this goes up of people like, listen to the podcast, looking for a partner. But like, how would you, what advice would you have to like, for people who want to find someone like what you guys have?
I think if you're struggling, just reach out. Somebody will help you.
Yes.
And that's what I did.
We see it a lot.
And like she said, I wasn't the only person who answered her, and I feel like there might have been other people who answered also, but it just worked out.
Don't make it weird. Like
Don't
you
make
guys
it
did.
weird.
It sounds like you guys didn't make it awkward or weird. I'm the one making it weird asking you these questions.
Oh, it's fine.
But I think a lot of people do struggle with that. They're like, well, I don't know this person. Like, maybe they're too busy, or maybe they don't, like me or whatever. And I think people just automatically, they get uncomfortable and they don't want to bother anyone,
Yes, but like she
Just
said,
reach
if you
out.
need help,
Just do it.
ask.
Yeah.
Nobody's
You
going to help
know-
you if you don't ask.
Yeah, exactly. And if there's a few people and it works out for
And eventually
like
it might whittle down to just,
Yes.
the two that are
And that's
really
what
serious
happened to
about
me.
it.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what happened to me.
Yeah, that's a good call. Like, hey, if a couple people respond,
Yeah.
get the whole group together, and then you'll find out who your people are. It might break into 2 separate groups or whatever, and that's okay.
Exactly.
Cool. What does and you guys can answer one at a time. Why is fitness so important to you, or what does fitness mean for you in your life?
To feel better for me.
What does it mean to feel better?
Well,
Like physically, mentally, emotionally?
mentally.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the biggest difference for you that you can feel when you're not consistent versus when you are mentally? Like, this is obviously what made you reach out in the first place, right?
Yeah. I don't know how to answer.
Like you were saying, like, you just felt like, would you say it's like more of like a blah, or like sadness, or like what is it that you feel when you're not consistent?
Sadness.
And Tracy makes you happy. Tracy and burpees.
Yes.
Tracy and burpees.
Yes.
Let's do some burpees, Missy. And ride the bike.
Oh, that bike.
She hates the bike.
Oh.
Tracy,
I've been on that bike more than ever.
really?
Yes. I bought a bike.
Oh, you got one.
Over a year ago? Oh, a year ago, right when I bought my house, I bought a bike. And I've been on it.
I've been
so
trying to
many
get her on it
times.
ever since.
Do you have one?
And in September, she said something you said made her want to challenge each
Oh, no,
other.
What did I say?
We were made a challenge for each other. She wanted me to make one for her, and she made one for
Oh,
me.
that's fun.
Right? And I
Oh.
said, you know what mine's going to be, so you sure you want to play this? Because we're going to start doing on-ramp endurance every week,
Oh,
once a
nice.
week. And so that's, since then, we've been doing my extra. I do the 52-week endurance every weekend, but I do the on-ramp with her once a week in the
That's
middle of the
great.
week.
That bike, it's your bestie. You can overcome the bike. You can overcome anything.
I'm getting better.
Tracy, what about you? Why is health and fitness so important to you, or what does it mean to you?
You know, mostly, and I hate to say this, mostly it's about how I look.
I think that's okay.
It's about how I look. And the idea of maintaining my weight.
I think that's
my weight.
okay. And I think that is like, if you really got deeper into it, and maybe this isn't true for you, but like, it's having what you see in the mirror match who you think that you are.
Exactly.
Like, it's not really about other people or this or that. It's like,
Right.
I want to see myself
Exactly.
in the mirror.
And the older I get, the harder things get, and I just want to stay strong. I don't
just
want to
wanna-
be.
You're not going to give up. Not giving up so easy.
I don't want to have somebody take care of me
Yeah.
in my old age. I want to be able to take care of myself. Like, like the street parking at 63. Her mom,
She's so-
Deborah.
yes.
Deborah, like that lady.
So
who
awesome.
Still doing those things. I want to be able to take care of myself.
Yeah. Okay, one piece of advice, and you guys don't have, again, you can answer individually, one piece of advice that you have just to the street parking members as a whole, whether that's find an accountability partner or join a challenge or do like anything. What's one piece of advice that you would give to the street parking members?
Do the vault.
Okay.
Mine is do anything. Just do something.
Pick something.
Just do
and
something.
it.
If you don't like the bike, do something else. If you don't like the intensity of the vault, bring it down a level. Just do something.
Keep going.
Just keep
Yeah,
going.
I agree.
You guys are so cute.
Thanks.
All right, I'm going to let you go so you can go do your workout.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.